Hi, and welcome back to part 2 of our spaceship build. Today's video is probably going to be a little bit longer than the last one. I'm hoping to get this completed. So today we're going to be building the living area, the oh my goodness, what is it called? Oh, the greenhouse, and like the not operating room. But the place, like where the utility room, that's what it's called. I have everything planned out to say, and then when I hit record, I always forget. Oh well. Anyway, let's get started. So I think we should start here, which is going to be our green room, our greenhouse. So here's our entrance. So I want to put all sorts of different like wildlife and plants in here. Over here we're going to turn into a little sitting area, and up here is going to be our sleeping arrangements. Bunk, come back down here. And I know this is kind of silly looking, but here's going to be our like utility room and shower area. I all of a sudden realized I made a whole spaceship with no place to do your business, which is very bad if you're in outer space. Okay, so let's figure out where we're going to put stuff. I think I want to put our trees here. So let's go grab some stuff to decorate. So we're going to need pots. So I'm going to do the decorative pot and the regular flower pot. Next we're going to need the trees. We don't really need seeds at the moment. We need actual trees. So I'm going to grab all the trees, which would be like the oak sapling, spruce, excuse me, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, and we'll have to come back for the mangrove, cherry, and the pale oak. Kind of excited to see the pale oak. I have not seen the pale oak yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 8. So I want to do them in these big pots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get a pot to stand on. And shift clicking, we're going to put a little pot in each of these. So this way we will be able to put our saplings in them. I did have a great mod that added a whole bunch of different objects you could put in the flower pots, but unfortunately it hasn't been upgraded yet, which makes me kind of sad because I love to decorate, especially with plants. While I love plants, I have a horrible time keeping them alive. Okay, so there's our little saplings. I'm gonna come and put some pots on the ground here. You know, so like the aliens of the spaceship, they're going around collecting samples of what it would be like to live on this planet. So I think it's time we go and look at some of the flower pots. Oops, nope, we don't want that. We already have a sapling. I may do some custom trees. I'm not 100% sure. Depends on how much room I have left. So we shall see. So we're going to grab some of the different flowers. I may not use all the flowers in this particular build. We shall see. I'm trying to kind of go with my bigger flowers at the moment. Using, I think it's called Kuben's bushier plants. You can see it makes them really tall and changes the shape of the pot, which is kind of neat. And if I come here, the dandelion is going to be a bit smaller. So now I'm going to go into like the single flowers. So I'm not going to do all the tulips because, you know, we don't need them all. Let's do the oxide daisy. Lily of the valley, that probably should be in with the big ones. The cross-dyed blossom probably is not in this game. Just because this is an older data pack I'm using. Let's take a look at the... No, the Lily of the Valleys can stay there. Yes, you can see it is a little bit different than the rest. These kind of look a bit more like Legos. But I don't mind the difference in the resource packs looking. I think it adds variety to the game. So that's got that going on there. It's going to come over here now. Let's see. I think maybe we should have some hanging pots. As I stop to look around. Oops. That's a blue glass there out of place. How should we do this? While I think about that, I put these here to be a separation for our utility room, but I'm not liking how that's looking. It's too open. Kind of yucky looking. So we're going to close this area off, but on the outside of it, we are going to put some, oh my goodness, what are they called? Lattices. And that's going to let us put up a whole bunch of plants, climbing plants on there, which will look kind of nice in our spaceship. And it makes this area a bit more private. I think a little bit nicer because this area over here, so I kind of would like to turn into a bit of a reading area. And you gotta have a place to relax while you're on your spaceship. All these fences, which you can see, which are from the Vanilla Blocks Plus mod. You can see I altered with the debug stick to make them like columns. And yeah. And now I'm taking them all apart. The life of a builder. Am I the best builder in Minecraft? Probably not. Actually, no, I'm not. Far from it. As you can see from my videos, the number of times I've had to correct my mistakes. Put the door here. Kind of makes for a smoother transition, or you could even make it go like this. Yeah, that's a bit nice and gives us more room to come into our build. Yeah, it's a bit more private. Figure out a door in a little bit. Whoops. That's not safe at all. I better mark that off. Or it's not going to be the first time I'm going to fall down the ladder. Okay, so I think over here we want to put some water items. Obviously coral. And that is going to require some special setup, because we don't want our coral to be dead. So let's grab some tube coral, brain coral, bubble coral. Oops. Does that actually make bubbles? I've never actually used that coral. And let's do some fire coral and some yellow coral. So, as I said, this is going to require a bit of a special setup. So, I think if I was in aliens were going to come and take samples. I don't think they would use a lot of wood. They would probably use either stone. I have a feeling more copper. Actually, hold on. Spout over that and come to the pyrite mod. So these use all the resource blocks and turn them into different, like chiseled, and we have some, as you can see here, some diamond bars. Let's see what would fit in. So we have some nostalgia copper. That would be kind of nice. Now I'm not sure whether this copper ages. So, or let's do nostalgic exposed copper. That's prettier. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three. One, two. I always have trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three. 1, 2. We have to grab one more. Okay, so we'll just do away with the reading area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, space is at a premium on a spaceship. Now we do need to get some trapdoors, and these can be any type of trapdoors because we're going to be putting our coral on top of it. So let's see. I am trying to match it to the look of the copper, so I'm probably going to do with the nostalgic stain trapdoor. And I also need a water buckets. So the important thing is to fill this all the way up so it's not floating. Flowing. So this way you're not hearing the running water. Now if we've done this right, like I hope we have, our coral should not dry out. Now if we're really quick at this, we can make it thinner by using a trapdoor. So let's see if we can find a nice looking trapdoor that'll fit in with our theme. So I'm trying to keep it space sagey. Space agey. That might be cool to use the glass. Because this way it shows what's underneath and you can see. Oops. Of course, it helps with I don't break my blocks. What's going on here? Okay, looks like I somehow placed a trapdoor where I shouldn't. We have a bit of a leaky situation here. There we go. Oops, and I put in the wrong door. So you can see it does shrink down the profile. So we have much more room to move around. Look at that pretty rain. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Oh, and look, our creepy flower opened. So we are going to continue now with putting some more flowers over here. Just let's put some flowers here. Because I did not finish with all the flowers that I wanted to. This time I'm going to put them in like the smaller pots. I know I did not add. Let me see, we did not add the tulip. Let's add the torch flower. I know that's one of the taller flowers. I think the one mod I have lets me put the spore blossom in. I think also the pitcher plant. I like those. Let's add the small drip leaf. Now these two plants, I don't think normally, or these three plants here, I don't think you could normally put in pots. I know definitely the sunflower you can't. And let's get our big bushy. Well, let's hold off on getting our bushy ones because we're going to be running out of room. So let's add our drip leaf. Or at least I thought we could. Apparently we can't. That mod lied to me. Either that or I'm mixing it up with another one. Which it could be a very strong possibility with me. Just to ignore what I'm saying. So yeah, so these three normally you can't put in. But we got them in. Maybe it was the big drip leaf. Is it the big one? Just grab a couple others, just in case. Well, let's add some sugar cane and... No, they've been all over, so we're going to add the... We can add the vine. Just make some sugar cane. There's my cactus. And there's our cactus. I do want to put some things over here. So what's going to make it a little sitting area? Should I still? Before I do that, let's add a bit more decoration. So let's grab, we're going to have to use moss carpet. And let's mix it in with the pale moss carpet. And let's see. We may have other types of carpets that we can mix together. And I also have the grass carpet. Okay. So this is just, they're trying to make it... Oh, we can put it under the pots? Or it spreads. Oh, it spreads. So it's not going to be under them all. Oops. That area I want to keep clear. We're going to put up some safety railings there. If we put it in front, it seems to expand underneath. So I'll have to remember that for future use. Do want to keep my lights. We don't want any monsters spawning in here. As I said, then we're going to come back in here. And then we're going to spice it up a little bit by adding the different variants. Yeah, I think it's looking a much happier, welcoming place right now. Maybe I'll change the... Maybe we'll change these. I don't know. I always do a lot of flip-flopping when I'm building. So we're going to come over and knock out. Oh, look at it, grows up the wall. Then we're going to come back in and add the regular grass. Or lose it because you hit the wrong button. Small snow, grass. Grass carpet. And I also have like the nostalgic grass carpet from the Pyrite mod, but we're just going to stick with the regular grass carpet right now. Clear this area. I always get annoyed when I'm texturizing. I don't think I'm very good at it. Just because. It's the moss that grows under. I always lose the grass. Okay. So I'm going to do away with those because I'm not exactly happy with how they look. We are going to have to use the big pots, but I'm going to spread them out. So we'll come back here and use the big pots again. This time we're going to look up fence, because I'm going to use that as a base for my tree. Different trees. So I'm going to use like the spruce, strip spruce wood. Stripped dark oak. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the cherry stripped. Actually, I'm not a fan of the cherry in general for trees and stuff. When I'm building the custom trees, it's probably the fact that I'm not that good at building custom trees, let's be honest. So we also want, we're going to do like 3 times. We need azalea, I like. Definitely have to do the pale one. Let's do cherry. So we're going to spread them out. Oops. Forgetting you have to shift click. Shift and click. And you put them in. And I'm horrible at aiming unless I'm above it. I didn't need to be that far above it, but that should work. We have to do the same again to add in our wood. That's because I'm silly and forgot we don't need to add the pots. One of these days I'll make a mistake-free video. Probably never. So there we have our one tree. Our creepy tree. It's not going to be anything overly fancy because I don't have a lot of room in here. I think the cherry tree we might be able to make a bit fancier. It's probably going to bump into our little guy here. Yeah, it is. Well, we can change that. We'll just move these guys over. So they have a bit more room to deal with each other. So we're going to make that one little. And this one, I think we're just going to kind of make like a little bush. We're just going to come back and add some moss to fill in the blank areas. So that adds a bit more variety. So the next thing we're going to do is I do want to make some hanging pots. That I get from the pyrite mod. So here's the rope for it. Sorry, just had something fly into my face. And here's the hanging pot. Now if I shift click, this tells me can be placed hanging on pots, ropes, or on the ground as usual. Right click to pot up plants, and right click with bone meal to grow the plant further. And then it gets cut off, something with the trimming with the shears. I have never been right click. I've never been able to get the bone meal to work. That's probably a mistake on my part. But so let's get rid of some of this stuff. Get a bit more organized. And we're going to add some of our flowers again in here. So I believe these pots we can add the sunflower. Maybe it was, these were the ones I was thinking, the drip leaf. I don't know if the wither rose will work. So a lot of times when you put these plants in, they will look different than the ones on the ground. You can definitely add a fern. The only thing being is I need a block to stand on. Come back and we'll put the fern in later. Oops, I forgot to. Just checking the height. I mean, we don't want them in the way, but we also don't want them so high up that We're bumping into them with our heads. Okay, why aren't you attaching? Probably because I'm doing something stupid again. Hold on. And okay. Love this when I work. Okay, well, definitely, we can put definitely sunflowers in there. Oh, there we go. I was messing it up by putting it on the ground. Actually, on a block. So I'll tell you, 9 times out of 10 with me, it's user error. Now, they say we can upgrade it with bone meal. Oh, there we go. I just must not have been up high enough when I first used it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, excuse me. That is really cool. We'll have to do some of these on the ground now that I know I can do that. Oops. So next, let's try. So here is the with a rose. So I am going to do these of varying heights. So this one in the corner we are going to bring down quite low. Or diagonally, depending on how you want to watch me misclick. Okay, so that one. I was a little bit too close to the ground. Oops. Why can't I? There we go. So let's take a look and see if there's any other items we can add. Let's see. Oh, we should add some of the sweet berries and the glow berries. This is the first time I'm using glowberries in this game. I always used to get a mod that, not a mod, a data pack that changed them into wisteria, but that unfortunately no longer works. Oh, there's the phantoms coming to get me. Yeah, I haven't slept in a couple of days. Actually, like, never. Whoops. And let's add one right over here. So I think that adds like a good variety. Now let's... I want to bring you a little further out. Okay, now let's add it one more. Let's add our sweet berries. And let's just take one more look to see. should we add? It looks like we can add some of the... I don't always remember what all these berries are. Or leaves are. Let's add some of the growing vines. I think those are glow leachians and a fern. But we're going to do those on the ground, so... Oops, nope. Let's try... Ooh, let's not try eagle. Let's try glow. So I think that's one of them. I don't see how that'll work. But I have been wrong before, so... Definitely want to one of these vines. Oh man, I forgot what was the other one we were... Let's try... Alright, so let's go back and take a look. See? Fern, that's what we wanted. Oh. Luna, you're losing your mind. Let's try either the large fern or the regular size fern. We'll see which one we like. Oh, okay, we can do. Well, that's kind of cool. Now, if we bone meal these... Oh, we probably won't be able to bone meal these because they're on the ground. Go back and get the rope. We'll hang these over here. Because I want to see how they look. We'll be able to get through, yeah. I don't know, I think our greenhouse is coming along nicely. Kind of a nice, happy little place. So I was going, as I said, put up not scaffolding. Ah, yeah, here we go. Lattice. But I think I'll put it up only on one side. Because I think we have a lot going on. I was going to put it up all the way around, but we do have a lot going up on this side already, and I don't want to make it way too busy. As I said, I want to make this area kind of nice and relaxing to look at. Ooh. That one decided it wanted to go sideways. So now I'm not going to totally fill this up with plants, but let's see which ones we can use. So let's kind of do the creeping vines and the lilac, I think would look nice. So if you look up vines, so we have, the weeping vines, not the creeping. Nope. How do I spell lilac? Never mind, I can find it quicker this way. So I'm just going to quickly fill this in, doing every other one. I don't like how the lilac looks. That would look good with the... Actually, I think this kind of looks good the way it is. So we're going to add some carpet. Let's see, can we find something that's space age looking? Not really. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And let's look up some stairs. Let's see, what type of stairs should we get? Something that's space agey. I say that a lot in this build. Well, let's jump. I'm jumping back to the pyrite mod. So I think this one does a lot for space builds or anything particular, like steampunk, because of the all the different resource blocks they offer, like the redstone. Let's do a emerald stair. And we already have a lot of blue in here. Let's kind of do a black. Of course, I lose the red. Let's take a look at the trapdoors for both. Green over here. Let's move the red a bit here. So I'm trying to make this look space agey. So you know you're going to have the higher backed chairs. Now I was having trouble with the emerald trapdoor. Maybe it was just the way I was placing it. Yeah, this one does not want to flip up. Okay, so we'll just take a look at maybe a different contrasting trapdoor. That may look nice with it. Let's try the netherite. Some of these aren't flipping up. I don't know, that could might not necessarily be the problem with the mod itself. I could have a conflict because I do have a lot of mods installed that had a lot of different blocks, so don't just go by it not working. Because that could be on me for the reason it's not working. As I am completely new when it comes to mods. What is this called? Prismarine. Let's see if we can have Prismarine stairs. Yeah. Do we have smooth Prismarine? Well, we have these bricks. So here we are. Here's our nice little sitting area. Now I do want to add some mobs. Ugh. So one of the first things I need to add is I think a beehive. It'd be nice to give the place for bees to live. Now maybe we'll add 2 of those. Oh, there goes a phantom. I just thought of something. Oh, I just thought of something I can add to my pots. Ugh, and I specifically got this mod to do it. So, if I am remembering correctly, we can add crops to our pots now. As silly as that sounds. But why not? I don't know, have you guys ever seen the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Well, just maybe thinking of potato. There's a scene in the movie where guy goes and sits down and everybody's like, nervous about tomatoes, and he just goes, tomato, and everybody jumps up and runs out screaming. I don't know. Just potato made me think of that. Okay, what else? Oh my gosh, I forget what other plants can we add that are like crops. Love it when my brain goes dead on me. Yeah. Carrots, beets. We don't have tomatoes in this game. I want one more crop. I don't want it to be wheat. Maybe we can put bamboo. I know that's not a crop, but should have bamboo. Ooh, bamboo zero. That's a new one. Now watch me. I hunted all over for these things. There we go. It is going to work. I just love how the pumpkin shoots up like that. I guess the beet doesn't want to go in there. Okay. Oh, we can do the bamboo. There we go. So as you can see coming, we have a nice little area to chill. Maybe we should add the grass. Oh, excuse me, over here. Break it. Because I'm clumsy. Just there's certain areas it's not going to grow. I don't think we can put a pot there, can we? No. And we're just going to leave it like that. So this video is going longer than I anticipated. So we're going to finish this up by adding some mods in here. Mobs, not mods. Mobs. Monsters. I'm just going to start calling them monsters. And I'll make a third part 3, which I'll release on Saturday, which we'll do with our utility room and our lovely bedroom. Whee! Oh, what is up there? Oh, yeah, we'll show that that in the next video. But so as I said, I wanted to put in a safety feature here. So I'm going to grab a trapdoor. So this can be anyone. It doesn't have to be a lapis trapdoor. And then we're going to jump back over here. We're going to go to B. We're going to grab a bee spawner. Slime. Now, do the slimes spawn small or large? Just in case, I'm going to grab my netherite sword in case I have a huge slime spawn. Yeah, that's bigger than I want. Oh, and they... Oh, there we go. I do want some slimes. Let's have like 3. Some of them have... Oh no! He fell down the hole. Oh god, they can go up ladders. Well, that's a problem. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I didn't know they could climb up ladders. Hopefully he can come back down. Oops, I did not want you. I thought I was on the bee. Okay, he did come down. Hopefully they can't escape outdoors. Oh, I had another one of you running around. I think 3 should be enough. It's nice that they're going to go in their little hut. I'm really curious to see how this looks like from the outside, but we're going to do that in our final video. So I just want to thank you guys for coming, and if you made it to the end, thank you very much. Just ignore all the goofs and stuff I did. Because sometimes I plan stuff out, but it never seems to want to work out how I want it to. But it is what it is. Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great evening, and good night.